What's your top 3 fights?
Whatever.
Yeah. I know it's a tough question. These are the tough questions. The people need to know the answers. That's why. So I'm a journalist.
In about
now.
an hour.
I'm the journalist. I've got to ask the questions. No,
About an hour.
can't let you prepare. It's got to be like. It's got to be there. People, welcome to another edition of the finger tapping frenzy that we all know and love as WWE SuperCard. For me, Big Jim, and Ninja Boy, rocking a walking stick for some reason. Who knows? Who knows what goes on in the mind and the world of the boy of Ninja? Well, you'll know a bit more. You'll know a bit more after this video, because what we're going to do is play a bit of Ring Dom. It's the Rusev Ring Dom, but I'm going to do a little Q&A with him. Just ask him for some of his opinions on the world of WWE. The WWE. So, that's what we're going to do. WWE. Now, very quickly, nothing really much to report other than Rusev from last week, the Road to Glory. I was on the Beast card when I did the last video regarding that subject, and that's where I stayed because I got a call on that Saturday afternoon with some work to do, which I had to do overnight, Saturday for Sunday.
I can vouch for that.
And then I passed out on Sunday, having like gone, well, I didn't go to bed. I was worked through to about 6:30 on Sunday morning, and then I started snoozing during the day. And then I woke up, had a beer, watched some football, and enjoyed myself. So I didn't do Rusev.
Sounds pretty good.
So I won't be doing the full-on Ring Dom, which I'm not too concerned about, because of course we've got a new tier coming. Actually, very quickly, I keep saying very quickly, fusion-wise, I have kicked off a first Beast fusion. I'm sure you've seen these. You don't need me to go through the fact we've got the Beast, Monster and Titan fusions that have appeared. But there you go, 3 days, 8 hours to go. It's 15 days all the way through just to get your first Titan. So you can probably get a couple of those in, and we should have the new tier. The new WrestleMania 34 tier. So, yeah, what we're going to do, just play a bit of Ring Dom. What is it you're looking for out of Ring Dom, mate? What is it you're aiming for? Just some decent cards? Or?
I'm looking for the Monster and Titan. Not going to go for Rusev, but the only reason I'm playing it is because I moved up to Titan tier on Ring Dom.
Exactly.
But I'm still Monster Plus on.
So you can shoot for the Titans. Shoot for the Titans. And for me, Sting is the Titan card, so that's worth me doing because that'll give me a pro.
Yeah,
and I'll
get it.
I've got 15 Titan Pros out of my 16 in Road to Glory. You're not going to use that as a guitar when I do that? Road to Glory. Okay, I'd have held it the other way. It doesn't really matter. So that's what we'll do. Right, come on then. Let's get cracking. Let's do a bit of playing. And whilst we're doing it, I shall do a little Q&A with the Boyicus Ninja, who's right here. Now, firstly, let's go and play my first game. We have just cleared out our duplicate cards and stuff, so hopefully we won't have to hit a card limit in the first few seconds. Ninja Boy, and your memory is going back. You're now 11, approaching 11. Sorry, I should say. Well, you will be 11 by the time most people see this video, because by the time it comes out, you'll have had your birthday. That's enough. So, nearly 11, or bar a few days. What is your first memory of WWE? What was it that first attracted you to WWE, apart from your dad going, look at this?
People fought each other.
People fought each other. Can you remember what it was the first match you saw? Or the first?
Yes, I remember.
Here we go.
I remember this.
Here we go.
It was a Raw.
Yeah.
And it was the one where Daniel Bryan had to fight all the members of the Shield in a gauntlet match.
Right.
Yeah.
And who were you siding for in that? Or weren't you? You just liked the fact that there was 3 guys trying to beat up one guy.
Yeah.
That just appealed to you, did it? Now, I do remember our first introduction to SuperCard was when I bought you the WrestleMania book for Christmas, and it had this was in the first year that you really sort of understood what was going on with the wrestling, and inside it was a flyer for WWE SuperCard, which had been out for, I think, about 3 months, and we tried it it was January, wasn't it? First or second week in January when we tried it. and we were hooked. That was season 1. And here we are in season 4, all these years later. And in that time, who would you say has been the most entertaining for you? And by that, I don't mean like who's your favourite, having now watched loads of old matches and stuff. I mean, in that sort of 3.5, 4 year period, who is it you think you've been following the most? I suppose actually you're going to have to split it into who's around now and who was around when you started watching, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Who was your first favourite?
Well, I was about to say this, but yeah, probably Randy Orton.
Yay! RKO. Yeah, Dad likes Randy Orton.
I like Randy Orton.
Yeah, I know you do like him, but I mean you've moved on now with your support, haven't you? Who's your current favourite?
AJ Styles. Randy's second.
AJ Styles, yeah. You're a big AJ Styles fan right now, aren't you? You've got the gloves. You've got oh, here we go. I knew you'd start looking for stuff.
Hey, your fault. You mentioned it.
He's got the AJ Styles blue gloves with the pattern. He's found them. You're gonna get them. You're gonna get them in your face. Yeah, because of course a lot of the early feuds that you will have seen will have been Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan, won't it? That was about that time when you were watching.
And then it was like move on to John Cena a bit more.
Yeah. Here we go, here we go, here we go. He's back. Right, go for it. Look at that. Look at that. Now then.
I think I did that right.
Next question. This is a good question. He doesn't know these questions, by the way. I just said to him, we'll do a bit of a Q&A. Because you guys do ask questions now and again. This is a loaded question, because obviously I know the answers to these. Have you ever met any WWE stars face to face? And if so, how did that happen?
Yes.
Yes? Who? Who did you meet? Tell us, Ninja Boy.
John Cena.
John Cena. And can you remember when that was?
November 2014.
Wow. And where was that?
Wembley Arena.
It was Wembley Arena. And why did you meet John Cena?
You were interviewing him.
Oh, right. Yes, I was interviewing him. Dad was actually working. I'm very fortunate to be given a John Cena interview to do, and it was actually November the 5th, which is bonfire night here in the UK, and you in the US probably don't know what that is. We just celebrate the fact someone tried to blow up Parliament. We're like that in the UK.
Hey!
Yeah, it was bonfire
he tried to
night.
blow it up.
And I came home from work,
But he didn't.
and I said to Ninja and his mum was in on the deal. Said to Ninja, look, I'm sorry, I've got to go back out to work, but you're going to come with me. And he was like,
And even that, I was like,
cool.
yes!
He's like, cool,
Get in.
yeah, I'll come to work with you, rather than going to bed early and going to school the following day. And
We arrived there, and I was like, has this got anything to do with wrestling?
he began to spot there was a few people in wrestling t-shirts and things, like, he got a strong suspicion that something was going on. But at that stage, surely you thought I was just going to take you to the show.
Yeah. Well, no. Then I got in the room, and I was like hearing, yeah, and John will do this. I was like, John Cena.
Yeah, it was kind of given away by the fact that then one of the WWE reps came in. It was like, all right, Jim, yeah, okay. John's just coming from the airport. He's got to do his Make-A-Wish Foundation thing. Then he'll come down, have a chat with you, and you can film what you need to do and everything. And he's like, what? Because at this stage, I still hadn't told him what was going on. Then, of course, after that, he went off to get himself ready for the show, and we saw the Bella Twins, didn't we?
Yeah.
Had a picture taken with the Bella Twins, so it was that was a pretty cool evening.
Also, Naomi was there. I was like, nah.
Yeah, not a big fan of Naomi, are you? So that was your first experience. How many shows do you think you've been to now? I mean, how many have we been to in London?
3 and 4 overall.
So 3 in London, and then a 4th was in Orlando.
Yeah.
Which was
Live event.
it was just a live event. It wasn't a Raw or
Which was also
SmackDown.
the first one. Raw and SmackDown was 02 a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Then we have Five Guys.
Then we had a Five Guys hot dogs, yeah, which just goes down as one of his highlights. Next question. If you had to rate your top 3 favourite WWE stars of all time, and by WWE that just takes in the whole history of all the evolutions up to the start of WWE. So yeah, so basically, you know, all through the WrestleManias, all that kind of thing. Top 3 favourite wrestlers of all time.
From 1 to 3 or 3 to 1?
From 3 to 1. Give us a countdown.
Number 3
was
The Undertaker.
That's a drum roll, was it? Right.
Yeah.
Undertaker. Yeah.
Number 2 is Randy Orton.
We know what number 1's going to be.
Number 1 is
AJ Styles.
AJ Styles.
Right. Now, out of all the matches that obviously you've seen, there's all the wrestling that's been going on since you have been following it avidly as a fan, but also you've watched. How many of the old WrestleManias have you watched? All of them?
Yeah, I went through them in order.
And quite a few of them you've watched. I think I know your favourite. Was it WrestleMania 9, Caesar's Palace?
That's one of my.
That's one of your favourites. I do seem to recall having watched
Not
that
my favourite.
quite a few times. What's your favourite then? What's your favourite WrestleMania?
26.
Is this anything to do with certain people who had a big fight on that night?
Well, I guess so, but the matches were good.
Okay. Well, that was going to be my next question. What's your top 3 fights?
Whatever.
Yeah. I know it's a tough question. These are the tough questions. The people need to know the answers. That's what. So I'm a journalist.
About
man.
an hour.
I'm the journalist. I've got to ask the questions.
About an hour.
Can't let you prepare. It's got to be like. It's got to be there.
On the spot.
Putting you on the spot. Yeah.
3. So this is any.
Yeah. Just whatever
3,
you've enjoyed, what you've watched over and over again.
Out of the ones that come to mind immediately, that are like 3.
Yeah.
SummerSlam 2016. John Cena vs AJ Styles. Number 2, WrestleMania 25, Michaels v Undertaker. And number 1, WrestleMania 26, Michaels v Undertaker.
That I don't know if it's any influence on you at all, but the one you've just mentioned there, WrestleMania 26, Undertaker and Shawn Michaels, goes down for me as the fight of all time, because there's so much riding on it, just so much respect shown between the two guys as well, and just a great event, but full of emotion at the end. Love it. That's what it's all about. When it all works, just dovetails seamlessly, and the crowd's into it. And
this year's main event, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, where Roman Reigns is going to win. Just how WWE has gone downhill in, well, not even just 8 years, just even before.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, Money in the Bank seems to have Roman Reigns as the...
well, I guess that's because he won Elimination Chamber.
As the picture, yeah, but it's going to be stuck with us now for the next few weeks.
30 days.
Yeah, so kind of suggests he's going to be around for a bit, doesn't it?
And, of course, certain pictures of certain people.
Yeah. Now then, I suppose, because we don't want to go on forever and ever, but have you got someone new who's come onto the scene who you're perhaps interested in, or is it just AJ Styles and nobody else? What's your feeling? Is there anyone you're keeping an eye on? Anyone that you're interested to see how they progress? Because you quite liked Apollo Crews when he first came in, didn't you? But then they've haven't really done anything with him.
I'm not really sure.
You're not sure?
No one that springs into my mind.
I'll tell you who, for obvious reasons, who I'd like to see if they're going to use him more and if he's going to progress further, is Pete Dunne. Oh, British Strong Style. It's nice. Now we've lost Neville. Of course, we had King Barrett, didn't we?
Yeah.
We used to love Bad News Barrett. But we've lost the Brits. And Paige has come back, albeit that she doesn't seem to be able to do much wrestling.
Yeah, she probably won't be able to wrestle for another 2 years.
So she's just sort of there smiling and doing her thing. So from a patriotic point of view, it'd be nice to see Pete Dunne used a bit more. But also, he's still fairly young, but he's a tough cookie. He is a tough character, but he's a good wrestler. He's a very good wrestler. So I will be interested to see if WWE utilise that and make more of that. So there we have it. That, I think, will be enough for today's thoughts on WWE from Ninja. Have you got anything you'd like to add, mate? Anything that we've not discussed that perhaps you think would have been worth a mention? I'm going to lose this one because I've got a pile of cack now left in my deck.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
you are so not winning.
I've got no chance in this one. So you're basically going to go for the Titan. Is that what you're going to go for? Stinger. Stinger.
Halfway through his arm.
Actually,
I got a nice cluster at the bottom.
Sting's departure was a bit of a sad one with his injury because we'd enjoyed Sting's return. It was fun seeing him back in, wasn't it?
And yet, with the whole Goldberg thing, you know, it was good at first, but then all his matches lasted 20 seconds. And
I'm not
get
a huge fan of keep dragging out the oldies just for the sake of it. And I'm not quite sure that getting Undertaker back out now is a good idea. I think we've got to the stage where he could. He's done his bit. He needs to just have a graceful retirement. He's earned it, poor fella.
He waits till he's 60, then he decides to come back.
Yeah. So I'm not a big fan of returns, but Sting obviously was different because he wasn't returning, was he? He was new. It was like something that people had wanted for years, and he appeared. And it was fantastic. And then he got injured, and that kind of ended that. So it's a shame. It's a shame, but it's part of wrestling. You know, it's a dangerous sport. I know people say, "Oh, it's staged. You know what's going to go on."
Which is why my second aspiration is to be a darts player, because you won't get hurt and you don't have to be fit.
You've got to be a fine athlete to be a WWE star. You've got to be able to take a lot of hits. You've got to be able to do an awful lot of things and put your body through the grind every day and learn your lines as well. So there we have it, people. Thanks. What?
I'm trying to learn my lines. Habit.
All right. Thanks ever so much for watching. You know that if you like the video, if you like this little Q&A, so it's just something a little bit different, then tell us down below. Tell us what you thought.
And also, if you have any more questions.
Yes. Well, two things. One, if you've got any more questions, let us know down below. And two, simple one, who's your favourite WWE star? Let's have a little straw poll down below in the comments. Or you want top three, do you? Okay, Ninja wants your top three. List them in order. 1, 2 and 3. I know you did. I know you did. You gave to the people and you want the people to give back. Why do our videos take so long to end? I'm going to say goodbye for about half an hour. So there we go, people. Please comment down below. Please like and subscribe if you haven't liked and subscribed while I've been waffling on for the past 5 minutes. And of course, there's all the social media. There's Facebook, there's Instagram, there's Twitter, where all the banter is. And until we see you next time, you stay cool.